Subscribe to our channel, press the bell icon and never miss an update from Latestly.
The purpose of this white paper is not to finger point at the government. The purpose of this white paper is to help the nation prepare for the third wave that is going to come. It is pretty clear that the management of the first wave and the management of the second wave was disastrous. There were some central reasons as to why it was disastrous. We have tried to point out those reasons in our white paper. This is a blueprint on how to react to the third wave, which is going to come. It is our intention to provide the government with information and insights on what went wrong. It is pretty clear that the third wave is coming. And I would even go so far to say that you might even have waves after the third wave, because this virus is continuously mutating and changing form, as I said in my last press conference, and as I've been saying from the beginning. So it is important that the government prepares itself for what is going to come. What does it mean to prepare itself? It means have the infrastructure ready, which was not ready in the first and second wave. It means have the oxygen supply that will be required ready. It means have the medicines required ready. The central pillar of fighting COVID is vaccination. And I will have comments to make when you ask me questions on vaccination strategy, but it is very important that we aggressively do vaccinations and cross this bridge of 100% vaccination as soon as possible, because that is the only protection. This white paper is a discussion that has taken place within the Congress structure. And we've had discussions with the experts, and we have basically developed 4 pillars. One pillar, of course, is the idea of understanding exactly what went wrong, which is the foundation of the white paper. And our suggestion there is to have a commission that looks into some of the shortcomings so we can correct them. Second pillar, as I've already said, is preparation for the third wave, which includes developing the critical infrastructure, which includes oxygen, which includes these other elements. Third pillar, again, that we've been repeating again and again and again, is the idea of an economic assistance package. COVID is not just a biological phenomenon. It is also an economic and social phenomenon. And that is why we have to make sure that the poorest people, the weakest people, small and medium businesses are provided the support that they need to get through it. And the fourth and final element is a COVID compensation fund, where we give money to people who have lost loved ones. Good work has happened yesterday, but this is not a series of events. This is a process. And we have a humongous task in front of us. We have to diligently do this task. We have to make sure that this task is done. The government has to do that. And it has to make this process work, not just on one day, but every day, until we have vaccinated our whole population. I think the idea of a mission, a COVID vaccination mission, is a good one. where we involve the country and say, okay, as a nation, we have to get this job done. This is what is required. These are the volunteers that need to be trained. And we think about it as a mission. I think that is what my advice would be to the government. The government must treat all states equally. This is a matter of life and death. And the government must not view Indian states as BJP states versus opposition states. All states must be viewed in the same light. All states must be provided with the same assistance. All states must be provided with the same quantity of vaccinations that are required. And so that it is very important that bias does not come in. And there's a reason for it. Because vaccination for 70% of the population or 50% of the population is not going to solve our problem. Because the virus will mutate. So we have to vaccinate everybody as fast as possible so that we reach a level of vaccination where the virus can no longer mutate. So this idea that there are some BJP states and there are some Congress states and we have to prove that BJP states are vaccinating better, which is embedded in the way the government is acting, is not a good idea. It's a dangerous idea for the country.
राहुल गांधी जी ने वैक्सीन ले लिया है. राहुल गांधी, आर यू वैक्सीनेटेड? क्या प्रियंका वाड्रा जी ने वैक्सीन ले लिया है? प्रियंका जी, आर यू वैक्सीनेटेड? रॉबर्ट वाड्रा वैक्सीनेटेड हैं या नहीं है? बिकॉज जो कांग्रेस की फर्स्ट फैमिली है, क्या ये फर्स्ट फैमिली वैक्सीनेटेड है या नहीं है? आप 1000 वर्चुअल पीसी कर लीजिए, किंतु एक तस्वीर लाखों शब्द बयां करती है. यही कांग्रेस पार्टी है ना जिन्होंने प्रधानमंत्री को टॉन्ट मारा था कि प्रधानमंत्री आपको पहला डोज लेना चाहिए, फोटो अपलोड करना चाहिए, वीडियो अपलोड करना चाहिए वैक्सीन लेते हुए, तब जाके हिंदुस्तान की जनता को लगेगा कि वैक्सीन से कोई खतरा नहीं है और हम वैक्सीन लेंगे. प्रधानमंत्री जी ने जब उनका मौका आया, अर्थात उन्होंने लाइन जंप नहीं किया, जब उनका मौका आया उन्होंने पहले जाकर सुबह सुबह वैक्सीन लिया. एंड यस, ही पोस्टेड द पिक्चर्स. वो फोटो उन्होंने सार्वजनिक किया ताकि लोगों के मन में किसी प्रकार की शंका न रहे. ये जो कांग्रेस का प्रथम परिवार है, फर्स्ट फैमिली है, ये एक फोटो लगा सकती है या केवल वर्चुअल पीसी ही करते रहे? सेकेंड वेव हुआ है, ये कहां से शुरू हुआ? कांग्रेस शासित राज्य से शुरू हुआ. किन राज्यों में सेकेंड वेव का सबसे बड़ा असर पड़ा और सर्वाधिक प्रतिशत केसेस किन राज्यों में हुए? उत्तर, कांग्रेस शासित राज्यों में हुए. सर्वाधिक मृत्यु किन राज्यों में हुए सेकेंड वेव के कारण? उत्तर, कांग्रेस शासित राज्यों में हुए. चौथा प्रश्न, किन राज्यों में वैक्सीन को लेकर हाहाकार मचा? किन राज्यों ने कोवैक्सीन से इनकार किया और उसके कारण वैक्सीन हेजिटेंसी हुआ? उत्तर, कांग्रेस शासित राज्य. किन राज्यों में सर्वाधिक फैटेलिटी रेट, मृत्यु दर सर्वाधिक किन राज्यों में रही? उत्तर, कांग्रेस शासित राज्य. छठा प्रश्न, सर्वाधिक पॉजिटिव रेट कोरोना को लेकर किन राज्यों में रहा? उत्तर, कांग्रेस शासित राज्य. सातवां प्रश्न, किन लोगों ने डिसेंट्रलाइजेशन डिमांड किया था वैक्सीनेशन में? उत्तर, कांग्रेस ने. आठवां प्रश्न, किन लोगों ने यू टर्न करते हुए डिसेंट्रलाइजेशन के बाद सेंट्रलाइजेशन चाहा? उत्तर, कांग्रेस. कल इतना बड़ा ऐतिहासिक वैक्सीनेशन का पूरा प्रोसेस रहा. किन राज्यों में सर्वाधिक वैक्सीनेशन हुआ और किन राज्यों में सबसे कम न्यूनतम वैक्सीनेशन हुआ? अगर आप इन आंकड़ों को देखेंगे तो सर्वाधिक उन राज्यों में रहा है जिन राज्यों ने श्रृंखलाबद्ध तरीके से अनुशासन में रहकर बिना वैक्सीन हेजिटेशन के, मध्य प्रदेश हो, चाहे गुजरात हो, चाहे कर्नाटक हो, उन्होंने काम किया. और न्यूनतम किन में रहा है? कांग्रेस शासित राज्यों में न्यूनतम वैक्सीनेशन हुआ.